This is MrsAgroSquerril standing in for Agro while he recovers from some vocal strain. He is recovering, but it could be a while yet. Hope you enjoy. Human Beauty is Lethal by FarmWitch 4275. The ship seemed to be inconspicuous compared to most. Although its construction was definitely outside of the galactic norm, it didn't stick out or fit in. Scans determined it was a simple cargo freighter, carrying standard payloads, sealed boxes, secured freight containers, the usual. The one thing that made it stand out, however, was its armament. A cargo ship certainly, but it had the equivalent firepower of a large destroyer. I sat at my console, carefully scanning, using more and better scanners with my supervisor's direction. Despite everything, it was just a cargo freighter asking for docking permission. I looked behind me and spoke to the station master. "My lord, the ident details all match. Registration has it with the Kambari Merchants Guild, as all are. The only unusual factor is its armament, automated with destroyer-equivalent weaponry. Its cargo holds are full of sealed parcels and secured packages, some of which have military encryption." He considered the data on my screen and nodded. "All right, hail them." "Do we have a connection?" he asked, looking at the comms officer next to me. "Yes, my lord. Standard Kambari Merchants frequency. I shall patch us through." "The owner is strangely patient for a merchant," she replied and started pressing buttons. We waited for a few moments and finally heard a distorted but clear voice with a very strange accent, but spoke in Kambari all the same. "Good morning. Concordia Courier's Package Delivery Service. Packages and mail for delivery courtesy of the Kambarian Merchants Guild. May I please come in? Good day to you. Please present merchant ident number for verification and confirm ship class for docking permissions." The comms officer replied in earnest. "Merchant number is 886443, call sign Faraday. Ship class is Epsilon size freighter, class 2, the voice replied. The comms officer looked up at the station master for confirmation. He nodded. "This is Station Master Vex Cran. Permission granted. Proceed to Bay 47 as directed. Please be aware, standard security protocol will be enforced on arrival." "Affirmative. Bay 47. Engines hot, shields down. Please advise, I have a list of persons to receive packages and mail, 27 in total. Would you like me to send it through? I would like to be as fast as possible. I have a full cargo and priority medical supplies to deliver after this." The voice replied, as I watched the ship's unusually large engine pods flare to life. "Secure connection established. Send," the comms officer said. Her terminal beeped and booped, then showed a list of names of various officers, commoners, and me? Why was my name on that list? "Care to explain why your name is on this list, Gunnery Corporal Radis?" Station Master asked. "I have no idea, sir." "Wait, mail? Did he say he was a mail carrier?" I replied. "Yes, he did. Mail and packages." "Why?" he asked. I slapped my forehead in embarrassment and retrieved a few documents from the drawer under my console desk. In it was the receipt for something special. Now I remember. I ordered a thing called a Fabergé egg from the human systems as a collectible item. "I planned on giving it to my broodmate for her life week," I said, and showed the master the receipt and picture of the thing I ordered. Station Master whistled, impressed with the purchase. "That must have cost quite the pretty zlocky. No excuse for negligence, though. Why were we not informed?" "The package services in these mail order catalogues have no set delivery date, my lord. As the items they procure are somewhat specialized or require special permissions to acquire. I forgot it existed and received no confirmation it was due. When I asked why, I was simply told, 'It is what it is, and not to ask,'" I replied. "Strange courier service. Well, since you are now a part of this, get down to the dock and present yourself. I want a full report when you get back. Clear?" he commanded sternly. "Yes, my lord." I bowed and left my station. I left a message stating my station needed a temporary replacement, and one of the new recruits eagerly replaced me at my station. I ran to the dock and met several other officers and noblemen on my way through who had been summoned by a station-wide broadcast. I felt a bit small, being the lowest rank in the crowd of responding people, and tried to make myself more inconspicuous as the ship was carefully locked into position. Clamps magnetized into the hull and steadied the abnormally large vessel, its substantial armament still active and tracking various objects. The weaponry snapped to a straight standing position as soon as the docking lights turned green. The cargo access ramps all moved into position and the huge doors opened. And the thing that stood in the doorway terrified us all. A human, an actual, living, breathing, true to life, standing right there in the flesh, human. He wore some strange cloaked garment, made of heavy animal leathers dyed a startling purple with gold and silver trim. A heavy backpack with more augmentations, a free-moving mechanical claw jutting from his back. It was indeed human, 2 arms, 2 legs, 5 digits in each gloved hand, and although they were obscured by the mask, the design indicated 2 eyes. Before any of us could panic, scream, or run, he stepped forward and held out a clipboard and pen. He took a breath, and we all braced for a blissful but untimely death. Then he spoke, his voice distorted and broken by the complex and intricate-looking mask he wore, but still distinct enough to send shivers through us. Concordia Courier's Package Delivery Service, 27 packages waiting. Please step forward, he said. We all stood in stunned silence for a few moments as we considered what we just heard. The voice was so heavily distorted, but it still had that quality human voices do. But we were all fine. I looked around me and didn't see any nobles or others with bleeding ears or elated expressions. It was all normal. Was this a dream? We stood there too long, and he sighed heavily and frustratingly, then approached me and gently tapped me on the head with his clipboard. Oi, can we get on with this, please? I have perishables I need to get through in a hurry. I felt calm, to be sure, but felt no sudden shock of elation, no nirvana, no sudden desire to snuff it right there out of pure ecstasy. Whatever this human wore, it clearly distorted his voice enough so its mystical properties didn't work, or something. Yes, sorry, my receipt. Order number 3381. Mail order, decorative egg thing, I said, stumbling over every syllable. He nodded and looked at his clipboard. He moved back into the hold, reappearing moments later with a small box secured with some odd plastic wrapping made of shock-absorbing bubbles. 3381. Single order of a custom Fabergé egg. Blue, magenta, and gold trim with amethyst and quartz. He looked at me, almost judgingly. To each their own, I suppose. Please verify the integrity and guarantee you received the intended product. You are entitled to first-time refund for failed or incorrect product delivery. I did as asked and opened the box. Indeed, there it was. A small, handcrafted, and abnormally fancy-looking egg-shaped thing with patterns carved into its exterior. Stones embedded in its frame and all arranged into a rather fetchingly pretty luxury item. Oh, lovely. My Tanaxi is going to love this. Perfect gift. Thank you. I chirped happily and hastily returned it to its protective packaging. No problem. Please sign here and verify you received everything as directed, he said. His voice changed to something happier, more content. The echoes of the happiness sent shivers up my spine. I once again looked around me. Happiness, elation, pleasure, as with all times. But no corpses writhing on the floor, no screams of agony or delight. Empty silence. I quickly filled out the form and handed it back. Thank you. Okay, moving on. Parcel number 6169. Nice. Adakian Library Archive Engram for one Thorak Loren of House Helveck, he said. Oi, over here. A noble quickly responded and barged his way to the front of the queue. I sat to the side and watched the man work, still shocked I was not dead from his mere presence. An actual human, and I'm still alive. How? I asked myself casually as I sat on a crate. Humans, a species so exotic, rare, and beautiful. First contact with them was a bloodbath. The symmetrical faces, the tall statures, heavy musculature, the mystique of being a species that survived the torturous hellscape of their insane homeworld. The eyes that appeared like galaxies, beautiful, varied and deep, each one telling a story. The warmth that makes one believe that paradise exists by touch. Humans are the most dangerous species in the known galaxy, not because of their warship fleets, not because of their technology, but because of their bodies, voices, presence. Their mere existence in a star system is enough to cause a panic, or a frenzy depending on the audience. Their voices resonate with a frequency that scrambles brain patterns and causes ears to bleed, not painfully, but rather happily. One Igniari nobleman who survived a full conversation with a human described his experience as being repeatedly assaulted by the soft touch of 1,000,000 divine angels, only so much more pleasing. I now go deaf, for there is nothing worth listening to anymore. And indeed, that nobleman went deaf after his ears began to bleed. A Sakarian delegate suffered the misfortune of needing to occupy a compartment next to where a human was sleeping. The human was being unreasonably noisy, and the Sakarian proceeded to complain at the noise. The door was opened, and the delegate suffered a full catatonic fit at the sight of the human at the door. 1 month after he regained consciousness, he described it. It was naught to do with her appearance, but her heartbeat. We Sakari are very sensitive, you see. It's part of our ancestry to hear the heartbeat of our prey. What I heard was no heartbeat. It was the sound of ascension, the rhythmic beating of 1,000,000 ecstasies. Again and again and again. I felt calm, happy, safe and energetic all in the same pitiful few seconds before my mind went blank. The first contact delegate, who remains confined in a monastery to this day, was the first poor sod to face humans in person, and he came face to face with a human in person. He described the experience as such. Those eyes, I have never seen such intricate patterns and vibrant coloration. The more I looked, the deeper I fell into oblivion, each second feeling like I could see beyond space, beyond time, beyond belief. Each vein in the eye told a new story, each crack in the lens feeling like a wormhole into the future. I could see everything, and nothing. Everywhere, and nowhere, all at once. Then there was a Xeranian rescue team that responded to a distress signal from a human ship that ran out of fuel. The sergeant on duty, who remained the only one of any reasonable sanity, described what happened when the humans grabbed them. I felt a warmth, unlike any ever experienced. The heat, the softness, the strength. I could feel it all through my heavy gloves. Every touch sending a ripple through me like a guardian angel had just beat me over the head with a cudgel manufactured from kindness and safety. Body temperatures flared to dangerous levels, and it ended up with the human rescuing us instead. In short, humans are so uniquely crafted by evolution, they affect the rest of the galaxy in such a way it breaks us. The hearts beat at a frequency that drives us insane. The voices have tones that make our hearing break from overstimulation. Their eyes contain patterns that mesmerize and hypnotize us to the point of insanity or nirvana. It was almost as if evolution made a species so alluring and went too far with the design, creating something significantly more dangerous by its mere presence. Or as the humans themselves put it, Mother Earth sensed we were lonely and tried to make us better so we could make friends easier. Unfortunately, she went overboard and ended up with too much appeal that you friends like it so much they died. Or maybe she just wanted to keep us to herself and made us so nice nobody could share. Who really knows? My train of thought was broken by the human sitting next to me. I could feel the warmth and comfort radiating from the damn thing even with several layers of armor plating between us. Hey, you seem a bit lost in thought there. You okay? He asked, wondering how I am still alive with you around. I thought I would be brain dead by now, I remarked carelessly. He laughed, the noise of that happy chuckle making a few people around us jump in shock. Meh, maybe I just have enough orgs for you to not register it. Nobody is exploding, heart attacking, dying, or bleeding from their you-know-what because I'm here. So I guess this serves as a good trial run, he said, leaning back. Pardon? Do you have any idea how much all this shit hurt us? The only thing we wanted was to not be alone in the universe. And here we are, populated by a galaxy that can't be near us without dying from being too happy. I guess this serves as a good field test for the tech we have in this armor. Means that we'll finally be able to be around more often. I already sent the data back to base, so soon there's going to be millions of people just like me, wearing suits just like this all over the place. Anyway, see you, mate. Have paperwork to do, he said, patting me on the back and walking away. I shrunk and tried to appear smaller as I stood up and slunk back to my station. The station master was not going to believe what I just went through. Humans, they are coming, and there's nothing we can do to stop them now. Should I be worried, or scared, or happy? I can't tell. End of story.
I'd greatly like to thank our Tier 5 channel members, Casper Arnholtz, John Creighton, Manatharia, 050, Dragzoon WRE, and Elijah Silvercross. Thank you very much.